This is a breakdown of the 7 tiers of electric vehicle home charging, from the slowest possible setup to systems that sell power back to the grid. Most owners never get past Tier 2. According to J.D. Power's 2024 study, 84% of EV owners who charge at home use a Level 2 charger and stop there, never realizing 5 more tiers exist above it. Level 1, the starting point. Level 1 means plugging into a standard 120-volt outlet, the same one you'd use for a lamp. Every EV comes with this cord, free, no installation needed. But the speed is brutal, 1.4 to 1.9 kilowatts, roughly 3 to 5 miles of range per hour. A Tesla Model 3 long range takes about 54 hours for a full charge from empty on this tier. Still, Plug-in America's 2022 survey found a quarter of home charging owners run Level 1 exclusively, and usage varies sharply by vehicle, from 28% of Nissan Leaf drivers down to just 10% of Tesla Model 3 owners. One electrician documented a client whose 22-mile commute worked fine on Level 1 for 2 years, until her commute jumped to 55 miles and she started losing range every single day. That's the ceiling. Short drives work, longer ones don't. Level 2, where 84% of owners get stuck. Level 2 runs on 240 volts, like a dryer outlet, delivering 7 to 11 kilowatts and roughly 12 to 60 miles of range per hour, enough for a full overnight charge. Installation typically costs $300 to $700 for a straightforward job, though panel upgrades can push that past $3,000. 84% of home charging owners stop here, and satisfaction data explains why. Permanently mounted Level 2 chargers scored 733 out of 1,000 in J.D. Power's most recent study, with Tesla ranked highest for 5 straight years, followed by Emporia and Wallbox. But there's a wrinkle. Level 2 adoption may be slowing, with Level 1 usage actually climbing among owners of newer 2023 and later vehicles. As J.D. Power's Brent Gruber put it, home charging is the most satisfying aspect of owning an EV. It's just not the ceiling people assume it is. Level 3, the smart, networked charger. Tier 3 adds intelligence rather than power, Wi-Fi connectivity, scheduling, and remote control, seen in devices like the ChargePoint Home Flex. This unlocks a real gap in the market. 69% of EV owners know their utility offers off-peak smart charging programs, but only 12% are enrolled. Tier 4 solves the panel capacity problem for multi-EV households. Adding a second charger normally costs $5,000 to $10,000 in upgrades, but load-sharing tech lets up to 4 chargers share a single 40-amp circuit, splitting power automatically as vehicles come and go. One property, Hollybridge at River Green, reportedly saved $1,000 per parking space using this approach instead of a full panel upgrade. Tier 5 expands that logic to the entire house, monitoring total consumption and throttling EV charging in real time to prevent overloads. Speeds can drop 70 to 80% during extreme weather, then recover automatically once demand eases, usually overnight. Level 6, vehicle to home, your car as a generator. This is where power starts flowing both ways. V2H lets an EV power the house directly through a bidirectional charger. Roughly 14 models support it, including the Ford F-150 Lightning and Tesla Cybertruck, with equipment costing $1,990 to $7,299. A GM Silverado EV can run essential home loads for 6 to 7 days, an F-150 Lightning about 3. There's a catch worth mentioning. Ford discontinued the home integration system that made this automatic, stating plainly that the Ford Charge Station Pro required for automatic home backup power is no longer for sale. Owners who bought it for that reason now need third-party hardware to get what they paid for. Level 7, vehicle to grid, getting paid to plug in. The final tier sends power back to the utility itself. 6 residential V2G programs run in the United States as of mid-2026, including Tesla PowerShare in Texas and PG&E's V2X in California. Pilot programs elsewhere have shown revenue potential of $420 to $780 per year. The global V2H market alone is projected to grow from $93.6 million in 2024 to $532.6 million by 2032. The money question. One more thing changes the math here. Section 30C, the federal credit covering 30% of home charger installs up to $1,000, was set to run through 2032, but the One Big Beautiful Bill Act moved its expiration to June 30, 2026. The $7,500 new EV credit ended even earlier, for vehicles acquired after September 30, 2025. Home charging still wins on cost either way, though, running about $694 a year versus $964 to over $2,000 relying on public charging. Where this leaves most owners. Level 1 is where everyone starts, and Level 2 is where 84% stay, good enough for daily driving. But 5 tiers sit above it: smart scheduling, load sharing, whole home management, vehicle to home, and vehicle to grid, and almost nobody uses them. Nearly 7 in 10 owners know smart charging programs exist. Fewer than 1 in 8 have signed up. That gap, not the technology itself, is why most owners are stuck at Level 2.